go by special request, abs, and work on your shoulders and arms. I'm going to suggest that if you can, and you've got a nice sticky mat, or you make sure that you're near a wall for part of this, you're going to be working quite strongly on the arms and shoulders. You can take a break any time you like, just take yourself off into child's pose. So just let's start by, I'm going to suggest that this particular video you really need to warm up. I'm not going to take the time to do it here. You need to stop the video. Salutes to the sun. 5, I would recommend A, maybe a couple of B, or anything that's going to warm you up, but salutes to the sun are the best option. Not much else to say about it. Listen to your body and go into child's pose if you do need to take a break. So the first pose you're going to do is going to be dog pose, one you know, so we won't need the wall for that one. So come into all fours, spread your fingers. So we're working the arms and shoulders today, so let's concentrate on getting a good base to the pose. Really spread the fingers, keep the knuckles down and keep those wrists directly underneath your shoulders. Then turn your toes under, lift your hips, go up into dog pose. So keep your knees bent maybe to begin with, stretch, press into your hands and stretch from your hands, your wrists, all the way up the arms, right up to your tailbone. And then remember what I always say to this one is you need to rotate the upper arms out so that you get that nice spread across your back of your shoulders. And then you can start to take the heels down towards the floor. And breathe. Relax your head, relax your face. Keep working those arms. Keep rotating the upper arms. And you're going to raise the right leg straight up into the air, stretch it away from you. And bring the right leg back down. You're going to stretch the left leg up into the air. Really stretch the heel away. Toes keep pointing to the floor. And bring the leg back down. So from there you're going to move to plank. So take the feet slightly further back. And then you're just going to drop the hips down, get that nice line so your shoulders are directly over your wrists again, your toes are turned under. Now we want to engage the abs as well with this one, so I find the best way to do that is to just lift the hips slightly, so then you can really feel those abdominal muscles have to engage to hold you there, and just breathe. So you're looking down between your hands so the spine is in its nice long line. And then from there, we're going to move to dog pose head up. So to do that, come over the top of your feet, so you're onto the tops of your feet. And then you're going to lower your hips slightly to the floor, slide forward a bit. You want to try and keep those shoulders directly over the wrists, look forward. So press your big toes down into the floor, lift your thighs up, roll your shoulders back. Now we want the exact opposite of the upper arms to be doing this one. So you're going to rotate the upper arms back. So you're pinning the arms towards your body. Lift your chest and breathe. So a good one for the abs as well, this one. And then you're going to go over your toes. Go back to dog pose once more. Press into those hands, stretch the tailbone up to the sky. And then come to kneel. So now you're going to move to side plank. So for this one, this is when I'm going to suggest you're going to be nearer to the wall. So if you shuffle yourself back, so that you can spread your fingers, turn the toes under just in front of the wall, so you can put your heels onto the skirting board or onto your wall. So you've got a nice long line now. So now you're going to do side plank, so it means that you take your right foot and place the sole of the foot against the skirting board. The left foot comes on top, and then you raise your arm up into the air. Side plank, so you can hold this one as long as you like. But maybe we could turn it into a tree, and maybe we could take the foot behind you and then look up towards the ceiling. But then we have to come back again, so bring your hand back to the floor and recover your legs. So we do it on the other side. So you might be feeling it in your hands and arms already, and your shoulders. Mine are getting nice and warm. So it's left foot to the skirting board, right foot on top. Find your balance. Press down into that hand that's on the floor, and then maybe see if we can slide the foot up into tree, then take it down behind you onto the floor, throw your arm back, look up towards the ceiling, then bring that top arm back to the floor, and then let your heels be on the skirting board, so a nice long dog. Breathe. And then come to kneel again. So now we're going to do sort of like a plank, but you're going to drop it down, up and down into a lower plank. So if you watch what I'm going to do maybe for the first one. So we're going to turn the toes under, you're going to go to plank. So you've got a good plank pose, then you're going to drop your hands and arms down. So you go one elbow down, the other elbow down, one elbow up, the other elbow up. Okay? You got the idea? So away we go then. So left elbow to the floor, right elbow to the floor. Left arm straight, right arm straight. Should we do two more? I don't think I can manage anymore. So let's go the other way around. Right arm down, left arm down, right arm up, left arm up, left arm down, right arm down, left arm up, right arm up. Woo! Sit back into child. Woo! All these poses you want me to find for you. So recover. I need to recover. It's very difficult talking and trying to do these poses at the same time. So we're going to do a variation on dog pose now. An interesting one. You're going to do the sides, sort of like a splits in it. So let's see what we do with that one. So in this one, set yourself up for dog pose. Turn the toes under. So get a nice good dog pose. So you're going to raise your right leg up into the air. You're going to bring the knee towards your left elbow, and then you're going to shift the leg out to the side. So you've done like a side split, and then come back. Then we do the same on the other side. Left leg comes up into the air, then bring the knee to the right elbow, shoot the leg out to the side, and then coming back. So now we're going to see if we can do another one. I'm not sure I can do this one even. It's a real toughie. So you're going to do the same thing. Right leg goes up into the air. You're going to bring your knee to your elbow, shoot it out, and then see if you can drop down, bend your elbows 2 or 3 times. Woo! 3, 4, come back. Let's see if we can do it on the other side. So raising the left leg up into the air, knee to elbow, shoot the leg out to the side, and then bend and straighten the elbows. 2, 3, 4, and then come back. And then kneel down, stretch forward, recover in child's pose. So the next move is, once you're in child's pose, you're going to stretch yourself out onto the floor. So lying down on your tummy, rest your forehead, feet are hip distance apart. You're going to interlace your hands behind your back, And then on the inhale, raise your chest, raise your arms, raise your feet. And look forward. Breathe. Keep stretching those arms away from you. You're working the arms and upper back. And lowering down. And then rolling over onto your back. So we'll do a little bit of tummy work now. So first of all, stretch yourself out. Inhale, raise the arms over the head. Take a good stretch. And then you're going to raise your feet about 10 inches off the floor. Now, on an exhale, you're going to bend your knees towards your chest. Raise your arms straight up in the air so your knees touch your elbows. And your head's off the floor. And then straighten the legs, put the arms back on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And stretch yourself out on the floor again. So my challenge for you, you're going to take your arms down by your sides, press down with your hands, get the shoulder blades down on the floor. So abs. When you do abdominal work, make sure you're not puffing up the abdomen when you do it. You really need to let this abdomen suck back and get the breath right up into your chest. So you're going to do the same thing. You're going to raise your feet off the floor and hold it. Sort your tummy out, make sure it's not puffing up. And then you're going to use your feet without putting it back on the floor. Capital letters, spell the word yoga, big letters. Y, big O, G, A, big capital A. So your feet back onto the floor. You can always stop if you want to. Now, what about, if you're managing that okay, what about writing the ABC? A, B, C, D, E, you can always stop, F, G, are they getting smaller, those letters? H, and I always think the next letter, I, is a very good one just to lower your legs all the way to the floor. And then you're going to bend your knees onto your chest, wrap your arms round, give them a hug, lift your head off. And then lowering your head back down onto the floor again. Put your feet flat on the floor. Let your breathing return to its natural rhythm, so you can take your hands out to the side if you like. You can waggle your knees from side to side if that feels comfy. And then bend your knees onto your chest, hold onto the backs of your thighs, inhale to bring yourselves to sit up. And just sit cross-legged. Wow, you do challenge me to try and find you something. You have to make me making me work hard. So, take it easy. You can hold those poses, you can pick a pose, you can hold it as long as you can, as long as you like. Any of them, play with them, enjoy them. But just sit quietly for a minute after all that. So ask yourself how you feel. Close your eyes. Spine nice and upright. And then bring your hands together in front of your chest. Namaste.